Texas Baptist Children's Home has been part of the Round Rock community since 1950. The idea for the Children's Home was born in the 1940s by Louis and Billy Sue Henna. Their son, Louis Henna Jr., would often invite children living at the nearby Lutheran Children's Home onto the Henna property to play. The Lutheran Children's Home began phasing out their child care to focus on senior care. And that change created a need for the children residing there and for a number of other children around the Central Texas area. The Henna family had developed strong relationships with many of those children, and rather than Billy Sue Henna adopting all of the children, the idea was born to create something special on a 112-acre tract of land across the street from the Henna home.
My mom and my dad were high on the compassion scale, I would say, and had a great love for children. My father hated to see anyone suffer, and I think lived by the "to whom much is given, much is required."
Mr. and Mrs. Henna traveled the country in search of a children's home structure that fit their vision. The Hennas didn't want an institutional type of setting for children, so the original buildings were designed to be cottages, not dormitories. They also wanted the kids to attend public school and live as normal a life as possible.
They were wanting to do something different. It was always their vision that the residences would be a cottage with a mom and a pop. And there were long board meetings that went into the night. They wanted to get it right. And this was a new deal.
The Hennas also knew something like this would need ongoing support, so they approached Dr. Herbert Dollahite, a local pastor and friend, about the prospect of developing such a place. The decision was made to approach the Baptist General Convention of Texas about creating a children's home for Baptists in Round Rock, and after a committee was appointed to review the idea, on March 6, 1950, the convention voted unanimously to accept the plan and agreed to oversee and operate the organization. Construction on the first three buildings began on April 1, 1950, and was completed by July 4th of the same year. Dedication of the home occurred on September 5th, and every Round Rock business shut down from 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. to attend the ceremony. It's this type of support that has sustained Texas Baptist Children's Home for more than 70 years.
There was tremendous community support. That was always really important to Mother and Daddy.
In the late 70s, a former resident of the home approached the then executive director, Charles Wright, telling him she did not want to be separated from her children, but was unable to properly support her family and didn't know what to do. Mr. Wright quickly decided to allocate 2 cottages for single mothers and their children, and that was the birth of the Family Care Ministry, the first of its kind within the Baptist denomination. From this simple beginning, the Family Care Ministry has grown into the primary ministry of Texas Baptist Children's Home. By bringing in children and parents, the ministry has the opportunity to affect 2 generations at once, offering hope and healing to the entire family without the emotional damage caused by the separation of a child and their parents. Although times have changed, the goal of Texas Baptist Children's Home has not. It was and is to provide a place children can call home and to share the love of Christ with families in need. With children and parents both sharing accountability and overcoming adversity, Texas Baptist Children's Home is more of a children's home than ever.